Okay, I'm here talking about the date stamps to redo the part of the video that was cut off in tutorial number 3, I believe. But here you can see date stamp. CGC, unlike Overstreet, does not penalize this man-made flaw that much. You have seen many, or you can see many 9.4, 9.6, even 9.8 books in slabs, CGC slabs that have date stamps like this, sometimes even pencil writing or small writing on the covers. So if it's like this, or if the handwriting is tiny, it really does not affect the grade of the book that much. Sure, if you have big scribbling handwriting on the books, that's a different story. That will get penalized. But when it come down to a date stamp like this, or something similar, even a little bit bigger, I think you'll be okay. Okay, so that's covered that topic. The other thing that I want to show is if you collect a lot of Silver Age as well as Bronze Age book, you will see this fairly common. This is more of an extreme case, but you will see a lot of reddish color on the top edge of the book, as well as slightly bleed through there, as you can see. Like I said, this is one of the more extreme case. I have seen worse, but you can see right there the red bleed through the back cover also. Sometimes the ink also bleed in badly inside the page as well as the top of the interior page. But it is a very common phenomenon, and many will refer to this as distributor ink or spray or overspray. What it is I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. In the good old days, store are allowed to return unsold books. So in order to mark how long a book is on a shelf that is allowed to return, distributors will spray the top edge of the book. Basically they open the case, they would spray the entire case on the top with a spray paint or something, and they can use red. I'm sure you see green, blue, black. They will spray it, and they will mark it so that at a certain point they was the store owner will know which color can be returned that month to get the refund, things like that. I'm sure if you Google distributor ink and stuff like that, you probably can read more on explanation of what they are. But that being said, CGC also does not ding the grade of a book that much. Of course, the severity does play. Like this will not hurt the book that much. I have seen worse in 9.6 slabs, but this is not a production related flaws. It's more of a distribution related flaws, and CGC does look the other way. You have seen, I have seen many books in the 9.4, 9.6, and even 9.8 where the bleeding of the overspray or distributor ink is much worse than what you see here. So keep that in mind when you see a book that have this kind of tint on top. That's what it's all about. Next I want to touch upon is coupon cutting out or things missing. Of course, if you have a books that have a panel cut out or a coupon cut out, unless you go for a green label, most likely the book will get dinged very harshly, because a lot of time the coupons involve the story. If someone decides to cut out this little panel here, it would take away this panel on the other side, so the book become incomplete. Unless you go for a green label and deal in the world of if, then sure, you may get a higher grade, but otherwise you have an incomplete book. Now CGC does not ding or downgrade harshly on things that are not in the book. For example, issue 238 is very common problem to have, this little tattoo here taken out. Let me show you this book. The tattoo is missing. Someone tear it out and use it. Okay, so this book, even though it's missing a tattoo, the downgrade is negligible, if anything. The rest of the book will be what CGC care about as far as the overall grade. If anything, this book, if submitted, will get a little note on a label that say missing tattoo, because really at the end of the day it's an additional thing that's not part of the story, so missing it is not crucial to the overall appearance of the book. Sure, it will affect the overall desirability of the book because some people want to buy the book with the tattoo, but this book will not have a problem getting a grade as far as blue label from CGC. I touched on the topic of pop lower staple before and how that will max out the book at the 6.0 regardless of how nice the rest of the book is. I might as well touch on the same area. If you have a book that have a complete detached cover, the max grade would be a 4.0. I think unless there are very little other flaws in the book, to have a complete detached cover is very unlikely to get you a grade above 4. So keep that in mind. As mentioned before, when you come down to grading, if you understand the limitation of what is allowable in certain grade range, it makes grading much easier, in my opinion. So instead of debating how nice this book is or what if the staple is still, you look at this book, detach one staple, maximum 6, and then you look, overall, if there's no other major flaws like tears or rips or moisture stain or anything like that, then it's 6. Now if this book has a pop staple, both staple are completely detached, it's still a gorgeous book. It probably will get a 4.0, no more, no less. The other common flaws that you will see is, I don't have an example to show, but I can talk about it, is detached centerfold. That's one of the areas that I always check very carefully when I buy a book. If you have one staple detached in the centerfold area, in my opinion, the highest grade you can get for a book is a 9.0. If you have a gorgeous, stunning, sharp-looking book that can be 9.4, 9.6, or even 9.8, if the staple is detached, I believe the highest grade CGC will give that book is a 9.0. And then if both staple are detached and the centerfold is completely separated, I believe the highest grade you can get is a 6.0. So once if you have a book that have a complete detached centerfold, I would start it at 6.0 and then work downward and downgrade further depending on what other flaws are with the book. And last but not least, before I end this video, is what everyone need to understand is CGC graders are still human, and whenever you have human involved in any processes, you're not going to have an exact science. Okay, this is grading a comic book is not an exact science. if I submit 100 books in various grades to CGC on any given day, once I get it back and resub the same 100 books, I guarantee you some of the books will get different grades. That's just the way it is. On any given day, people can miss something, see something they didn't see before, or change their mind on certain things. So it is never an exact science. So anyone, me included, that think that they know everything or can know for sure on the exact grades of anything, it really don't know much about how CGC work. Sure, it is not an exact science, but there are consistency to what CGC does. So that's what people pay for. They pay for consistency, as well as restoration checks, and and safety. At the end of the day, when you spend, people buy CGC slab, especially high price book, because they want to make sure that they are getting the product that is promised. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope the video was helpful.